Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Numemo here, back with another video, and today I want to talk to you guys about 6 different ways that you can make income as a music producer. Check it out. Now the first way is probably the most obvious, which is selling your beats online. There are stores like BeatStars and Airbit where you can upload your beats and rappers can find them and lease them, and every time that a rapper leases your beat or purchases your beat, obviously you make money. And the cool thing about leases is that it's not an exclusive purchase, so you can make one beat and have 10, 20 different rappers buy the same beat, use it, and each time it's getting used, you're getting paid. I feel like it's a really cool way to make passive income, because you make the beat one time, and if multiple rappers buy the same beat, then you're kind of getting paid multiple times for the work you did on that one beat, which is pretty cool. One of the things that I would recommend is not put your beats on too many different stores, because for example, let's say on one night at 2 in the morning, a rapper decides he wants to exclusively purchase a beat on BeatStars, and then you have that same beat on Airbit, and coincidentally another rapper wants to exclusively purchase that beat on Airbit, then you might have just sold exclusive rights to that beat to 2 different rappers, and that kind of presents an issue. So I would say kind of find one store that works for you and just put your beats on there, because you can kind of create an issue there. The second way that I think music producers can make money on the internet is by creating a YouTube channel. So as you're making beats, you're learning a lot of new tools, you're learning about a lot of VSTs, about a lot of plugins, you're learning different tricks on the different DAWs that you're using, and every time you learn something like that, you can literally turn a camera on, shoot a video about it, teach other producers about that trick you learned, and Google will pay you for the ads they show on the videos you post on YouTube, which is pretty awesome. So all you really have to do is share the knowledge that you have on anything, and Jesus. All you really have to do is share the knowledge that you develop as you're learning how to make beats, as you're learning new tricks along the way, and you can make some money, which is awesome. Also, whenever you purchase new gear, you can make review videos, unboxing videos, you can show people tips and tricks on how to use that specific gear, and again, you can get paid from Google AdSense anytime you upload a YouTube video, which is pretty awesome. A huge side benefit of building up a YouTube audience is that you can leverage the YouTube audience pretty much for anything else. So the larger your YouTube audience, the more beat sales you're gonna get on the beat stores, the more that you're gonna have people pay attention when you drop beat tapes. And yeah, so it's you get to create an audience that not only is good for you because you're gonna make money off Google AdSense, but that audience is gonna go with you wherever you go, and they're gonna support anything you work on, which is awesome. Another cool way to use YouTube as a music producer, even though you may not always be able to enable AdSense on these videos, especially if you're using samples on your beats, is that you can literally just post your beats on YouTube as like a Drake type beat or Kanye West or Rick Ross type beat and stuff like that. And there's producers who literally get tens or hundreds of thousands of views just from posting their beat with like a cover art on YouTube, because so many rappers are searching Drake type beat, Rick Ross type beat, and whatever their favorite rapper is, just to find kind of different style beats that they're interested in. And this is something I've talked about before, why I think that type beats are awesome for any producer to leverage. I have a video about that. You can go watch it right here if you're interested. But yeah, you can create a YouTube channel where you just post type beats and rappers are gonna discover it naturally. And let's say you're making 3 or 4 beats a week, just publish every time you make a beat, just publish it on YouTube. And you can also, in the description, point to the beat store. You can point to BeatStars, you can point to Airbit, and let's say your beat gets 10,000 views, the likelihood of you selling that beat or leasing that beat multiple times is way larger. So leverage YouTube, guys. YouTube is such a powerful tool, and as a music producer, there are so many ways to use it creatively. Now, the third way to make money is affiliate marketing. So this goes for anyone who creates content online. So if you're a music producer and you post videos on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook or anything, whenever you post your content on any of these platforms, you might be able to create affiliate links. So most of us do it with Amazon. So affiliate links are pretty much that anytime someone, for example, goes into the description of my video and buys a product that I've listed there on Amazon, I will get a percentage of that sale, which is awesome. So at the end of the month, you might make a little extra money. And I've seen YouTube videos where people say they're making, tens of thousands of dollars on it. My channel is smaller, I've never made that amount, but you do make some money, and it's pretty awesome. And you know, there's not much you're really doing. You're posting your video, make sure you include affiliate links to all the products that you use in the videos, to all the gear you're using. And more often than not, people watch your beat making video and they might be really interested in the MIDI keyboard that you have, or they might be really interested in like the piano that you're using and might want to buy a similar one. So you can point them to your description, and when they buy it, you make a percentage. And I know that affiliate marketing kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying about YouTube, but I think all music producers should be making some type of content online for exposure and to build an audience. So it doesn't matter what social platform you're on, you should definitely be leveraging affiliate marketing. It's free money that you're leaving on the table if you're not doing it. So just make sure you tell people to check the description or check the link in bio or whatever, and then they should be able to find a list of all the products that you use in the video, and you'll make a cut if they buy one. The fourth way that music producers can make money online is by creating digital products. So this is like the best thing ever. Create sample packs. Like if for example, there's one of your videos gets popular on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, and people are interested in the sounds that you use, you might be able to make a sample pack with like, oh, all the stems broken down and the kick drum that you use and all the little sounds that you create for your beats. You might be able to create a sample pack. If you create this and 100 people buy your sample pack for $3, you just made $300. And again, this relies a little bit on you creating content surrounding your beat making and creating an audience. But once you have that, digital products are a great way for you to continue leveraging your audience in order to make more money. And honestly, you're providing a lot of value, because for example, let's say you make a really popular beat video and people want to dive a bit deeper, they want to get the samples, they want to get the session. You might be able to package that all together and, you know, sell it for $3 or $5, and people who want to get a deeper dive into whatever beat that you made, they can pay for that, and you can send them all the stems, you can send them the session, you can send them samples. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do. And the cool thing about digital products is that you do the work one time. So for example, you take an hour or two to, you know, get that session together, make the session neat, put the sample, package the samples properly, and then a month from then, you might be making money on that sample pack. 6 months pass, you're still making money off of the work that you did 6 months ago. So it's cool. It's really, it's a way to make passive income without you having to kind of constantly be putting in time. Digital products, sample packs, sell your sessions, sell stems, all that type of stuff as a music producer I think can work very, very well. As you continue posting content and you continue to build that audience, another thing that could be offered to you are brand partnerships. So if, for example, there's a brand who sees that you're making really cool beats with their products and now they're gonna release the new version of that product, they might pay you to make a new beat video using whatever new product they're coming out with. What's the first thing that people do when they want to buy a new product? They'll go on YouTube and search for reviews or search other people who have it. How are people using the product? And so companies are paying creators to create content about their new products. I've heard some ridiculous numbers online about how much brands have paid creators to make content surrounding their products. It's crazy, a lot of money to be made there. You just gotta have the audience, and yeah.
I go, how much do you make for one of those ads? Because I never worked with the brand. In fact, we didn't go on to work with brands for a long time. But he goes, I make $30,000 for one brand deal. And I was like, what?
I would say like the biggest deal ever for like to bring up a brand or make a dedicated video for a brand is in the six figures, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, as in like more than $100,000. Mm-hmm. But I'll also say that like in my career, I've had the opportunity to do things like that a couple of times.
The sixth way to make money as a music producer online, and the last one that I want to share with you today, is by creating online courses. So I'm not talking about YouTube courses. I'm talking about, for example, creating a long form 1 hour or 2 hour course, how to use Ableton, how to make beats from scratch using Ableton, for example, how to make beats from scratch using whatever DAW, how to create live performances on Ableton. So more of these like long form courses that you offer outside of YouTube. You might sell it on your website for $50 or $100. You might put it up on Skillshare and let Skillshare kind of manage everything. Again, Online courses is another thing that kind of goes hand in hand with your audience. The thing that's really cool is that once you start building your audience is gonna really like learning things from you specifically. So even though there are other tutorials online about how to use Ableton or how to do this or how to do that, they wanna learn it from you. And if they can get a long form 1 hour, 2 hour class on how to do something and taught by, you know, the person that they trust or the creator that they really like, which is you, they'll pay for it. And so again, this is just another one of the ways that you can leverage your audience to build online products that, you know, that they're gonna get value from, but you can also are gonna bring money to your pocket. So it's a win-win, and it's an awesome way to make money as a music producer. I, for one, I love talking about anything music production related. Like, I'll have company come over here and I'll sit with them for an hour talking to them, breaking down how I made a song, and it's like, the only difference is instead of telling one of your friends or explaining something to one of your friends is literally just turning on the camera and explaining it to the camera. And then obviously you have to edit it, but it's fun. And I think a lot of us music producers like to talk about how we do what we do. So again, creating courses online, it's kind of another version of, you know, one of my earlier items, which is creating a digital product. But this is awesome because again, this is money. You know, you do the work up front, and in the future, you know, you start making money without really having to do much. You know, 6 months or a year from the point that you make that, you might still be making money off of, you know, the couple hours that it took you to put together that 1 or 2 hour course. So really cool way to make money. Again, I want to be straight up and point out that a lot of these ideas do involve creating video content, do involve creating content for social platforms, but as a music producer, if you're just making beats and just like posting them online, no one is gonna listen to them. You know, you have to be a little bit more creative, and we live in an awesome time in where making money or being successful as a music producer doesn't mean the same thing it did 20 years ago. We don't have to go the traditional route anymore of making beats and trying to sell a beat to Drake or J. Cole or something like that. Like, you can literally create a following, create an audience online, and be a successful music producer all on your own. And obviously if you get placements down the road, that's awesome, but there are so many ways for you to create a sustainable living online if you know how to, one, obviously if your beats are good enough first and foremost, and then second, if you know how to create content and get really creative with the way that you present your beats to the world and you present yourself as a music producer to the world. So I wanted to share those ideas with you guys. I hope these are valuable to you guys, or at least get you guys thinking about some new ways that you might be able to make money online as a music producer. And yeah, always remember, create with what you have. You don't need much. My name is New Memo. Much love, guys. Peace out. Still in the zone, still underrated. Sipping this drink and I'm faded. I know I'm the best and never debated.